Yes. Woo! Testing, guys. Testing, testing, testing. Got to get this together because this Thursday, the devil will not get me. He just won't. So, trying to make sure that everyone can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. And welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, where we discuss the dynamics of life on Mondays and Thursdays. 3 times a week, guys. Mondays, Thursdays with our exclusive interviews, and late night, real life late night after dark, after 9 p.m. You don't want to miss that either. But again, guys, technical difficulties. I'm on here trying to make sure that everything is going through and you guys can hear me. So, I did do a few other little things. And I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can hear me. And welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday. President's Day at that. Happy President's Day. Okay, it is saying I'm live. Okay. It is showing that I'm live. Wait, can you wait? Let's make sure the value. Make sure that you guys can hear me. Okay. Podcast. Happy. Okay, so this I can take this off. But so let's see. So, of course, everyone is recommending me to get rid of the background. I'm going to get a backdrop something. I got my sign, but my sign is backwards. So I said, you know what? I ain't even putting my sign up no more. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not putting my sign up anymore. I'm going to get a backdrop and I'm going to cover up that whole back because I obviously it's not cool to have the mirror in the background. Obviously, guys, I don't know. I'm just that's what I was told that the mirror has to go. So the mirror gonna go. We gonna keep the flowers and the background, but just making sure you guys can hear me, making sure that you guys are aware of who Real Life Topics Podcast is, because for some reason I'm it's so many of you guys are just so sleep. You're just so sleep to Real Life Topics Podcast, and I'm gonna need you to wake up on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. And you can't beat that with a bat. And then on Biggs Radio now on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, you can't beat that with a bat because you might not be available to watch us on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok live. But then you can download the app for Biggs Radio. I mean, it can't get no bigger than that. It's online. You could be in a car. You could just press play on that and or on your phone with your headsets while you're at work, because you can't always watch live and in person. You got to press play on that radio station. So shout out to Biggs Radio. Shout out to Real Life Topics Podcast. Biggs Radio has a crazy lineup for this Monday, which every Monday, I'm not even talking about this Monday, every single Monday has a crazy lineup. And I'm thinking the lineup is getting ready to start in it's 444, but the lineup is getting ready to start in less than 15 minutes. Well, about 15 minutes if you want to be exact. And that's Mr. Jeff, life coach. Everybody definitely needs a life coach. We got to coach ourselves on a daily basis, but why not check out Life Coach Jeff from 5 to 6 just to give you a little more motivation about your life? I'm just saying, on Biggs Radio and live on Facebook. So at 5 p.m., you guys need to be checking out Life Coach Jeff. That's all I'm saying. And that's from 5 to 6. And then I believe from 6 to 8 is Mr. Julian St. Chris on Biggs Radio. I'm talking about the lineup is crazy. And then Miss Dinah Lynn, and then ending the night with bedtime stories with Dr. Al Greer. I just can't believe, if you are asleep on Biggs Radio, I am encouraging you to wake up, because your Monday evenings can be greater if you on www.biggsradio.com. That's all I'm saying. Just set up Biggs Radio. Check out the links. The links is all over my page. But I'm talking about the lineup is crazy. When you're starting off with getting the life coach, and then the music that comes after that, you cannot beat that with a bat for the rest of the evening to 12 a.m. So again, shout out to Biggs Radio. We in the building. And we're not going nowhere. We're here to stay. And shout out to the newest members of Biggs Radio, and that's Stephanie's God's Child and Carmisha, the Sunflower Soul from Real Life Topics Podcast. It's even getting bigger. I mean, it's like it was already a cake. Biggs Radio was already a cake, but Real Life Topics put icing on it. So you don't want to miss none of this exclusive things that's coming up. And check out Biggs Radio, 24/7 radio play. So of course, that part is the only part I had to say to you guys on that one. But again, I'm predominantly just working on my technical difficulties has been occurring for me. Like, oh, the sun is up in here, so not just the tech difficulties, but the camera stuff too. But yeah, so that's what I was doing. My shoulders look a little out there, but yes. So yeah, you guys, check out Real Life Topics Podcast. Again, if you need a featured vocalist, an event host, a voiceover artist, an interview, because it's a lot of entrepreneurs over there. It's out here. I said over there. It's a lot of entrepreneurs out here that need that interview, that needs the world to know who you are, that needs that 7-day promo, that needs to just land for, because a lot of people, it's a lot of talent out here, guys. It's so much talent out here, guys, and a lot of people don't get their recognition. But if you hook up with Real Life Topics Podcast, I guarantee you that people will know you that didn't have no idea who you were. And we make sure of that, because we don't need people to sleep on the entrepreneurs, especially us. Especially us. We have a lot going on. We have plenty of podcasts, plenty of artists, plenty of radio stations, and we need to just support one another. And that's what Real Life Topics is definitely here for. Always just wanting to support one another, advocates about unity. Our advocates is such a drought on unity, and it's like everybody in competition. Everybody don't want to operate in certain ways. And even if even if it's a good way, if you're operating in a good way, sometimes you'll look at the other person like, oh, I'm not doing that because they doing that. And it could be growth and development for yourself. So, I just want us to all just begin to have an open mind about things that we be dealing with on a daily basis. And this screen is set up a little bit. And see, this is why I'm on here now. This is why I'm on here now, because I have to figure this stuff out. I don't even know what's going on. Whereas I think it's, see, where's my mouse says? So yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast. Party, man. Hey, happy belated birthday. Yes. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Matter of fact, shout out to everybody that wished God's child a happy birthday. It was just the thought that counts for a lot of people. My dad called me and his wife called me and sang happy birthday to me. I cried, y'all, because my feelings be hurt because certain people that I want to wish me happy birthday really didn't. And you kind of know who your people is when that does occur. So, it's always a sign from God to like kind of just remind you of, hey, this is why those certain people shouldn't be in your life, because you can't even get a happy birthday from these certain people. So, we just have to move on for that. But shout out to everybody, especially Biggs Radio, made me a whole flyer. You know what I'm saying? Just made me a whole flyer. And, Valentine's Day is a special day, of course, for me, because it is the day that I was born, and the word love has something to do with it. Now, again, I've been seeing people on that time about, because I know it was something negative that occurred on St. Valentine's Day or whatever happened on Valentine's Day, where whatever that was going on back then, that's their definition of St. Valentine's Day, because the people got killed or the massacre, whatever. That's not my definition of Valentine's Day. My definition of Valentine's Day is love. I'm not going with the history of whatever they got going on. That's not the point to me. The point to me for Valentine's Day is about love, guys. So that's just food for thought when Of course, I know a lot of these things are when it comes to history that we can go back on and be like, oh, this actually meant that this particular day when they were doing this, or they cut off people's foot on that particular day. Well, guess what? This is a new day. We don't have to go back with what they had going on back in the day. Valentine's Day, Saint Massacre, Saint whatever that stuff means. I'm coming up with a new definition of Valentine's Day, and it's about love. Now, how about that? How about that? How about we go about love? I get tired of watching people just try to slander and slash Valentine's Day. Don't do that, especially when it's about positivity. For an example, and I'm about to go deep with it, guys. Most people, when you fab sage, people say that's witchcraft and whatever like that. I don't fab no sage, but I do know of people that do it, and I know that when they do it, they are doing it in a positive form of fashion. But some people that were programmed and or this is their so-called definition of firing up sage is in a negative way. But I don't for some reason, the fact that when people are celebrating and or trying to be positive about certain days and certain holidays, that sun is coming down like right here in the window, so I can't help that. But anyway, when we try to celebrate certain days of happiness or love or positivity, and then people just come back with some type of slang, oh, well, that meant that they stabbed a person in the back. Well, guess what? It don't mean that for me. It don't mean that for me. So whatever they had going on previously, we ain't gotta have that going on. That's all. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. I'm gonna need y'all to stop when people are on a positive level about whatever they believe in, whatever. That's just like the church folk. When people be up against people with church, oh, they doing too much. They worshiping God. They doing it. It's a positive form of fashion. So why do you slander church folks? Whatever it is, they're positive. They're trying to do better with their self. They're trying to live by the will of God. Like who does this? Who goes up against people that are trying to be positive on a positive level? Don't try to make the definition the way you want to make it and or the way that it was going on when it was going on. Let's switch up that narrative to make your own definition of stuff. That's just like Christmas. Yes, we know Santa Claus is Satan and all this good old historic stuff. Well, guess what? When it comes to Christmas, it's re-up time for me. It be time for my boys to have some shoes or some clothes or whatever they need. So it just so happened to be re-up time for me. It ain't that I'm necessarily celebrating Christmas and celebrating Santa Claus and Satan. My kids need some shoes. Ninjas. It's re-up time for Christmas for me. Now, I ain't all that other stuff y'all got going on, and you shouldn't be celebrating that. I'm going to celebrate it because every December, I got to re-up for my kids. So that's what I be doing for Christmas now. Again, all that extra you shouldn't have been celebrating. I'm going to celebrate needing them new pair of shoes that they needed because they got to have it every 4 to 5 months. And just so happened, in December, it be time for the next re-up time for my kids. So that's why I celebrate Christmas. That's all I'm saying. Everybody has their different definition of why they celebrate. So I'm gonna need you guys to respect what everyone else has going on because y'all be sneak dissing. People be out here sneak dissing, and you don't even be knowing you sneak dissing. I text several people Happy Valentine's Day. A couple of y'all. And y'all don't even know y'all be dissing it. Y'all be, oh, I don't celebrate that. Instead of you just saying thank you, instead of you just saying thank you because you know that the text meant well, you know that when somebody texts you Happy Valentine's Day, they not talking about the goddamn Saint Valentine or whatever the fuck that happened that was negative. Excuse my language. Whatever that was negative with Valentine. Don't put that on nobody when they're texting you about love and saying Happy Love Day. Period. Don't diss nobody with all that. Especially with somebody be supporting you. Oh, happy birthday, happy born day. Another year in the rising in the sun. And then well, I don't celebrate that. You basically just slapped somebody in the face, said, fuck what you talking about on a positive level. I don't celebrate it, so I don't even want to hear about it. I don't even care if you're being positive or not. That is a really undercut sneak dish. You might mean well, but you're dissing. You're dissing the person that is texting you in a positive form of fashion. It's a lot of things. I don't celebrate Muslims and all this other stuff that they got going on, Jehovah, but I respect it. And if they say today is Jehovah's birthday, I ain't gonna say, well, well, today Jehovah's birthday, we gonna go out and feed the homeless because this is such and such birthday. Well, oh, you ain't gonna go feed the homeless because it's you don't celebrate Saint Mary birthday. I'm just giving an example. I'm gonna need everyone to stop dissing the way that you're living because you don't want a person to diss the way that you're living, the way that you operate, then the thing, especially when it's a positive form of fashion. That sun that's glaring in my face is getting on my nerves. Somebody help me with my media. But anyway, yeah, so I just would like for everybody to just stop doing that. Stop judging one another on the way you operate and things like that because it doesn't necessarily mean what you got going on is right or wrong and vice versa. So respect one another. I'm talking to people about this on a daily basis, and it's aggravating to see us all at tug of war. And oh, you shouldn't be doing this, and he shouldn't be doing that, and let's do this, and they got this going on. Please, guys, please, I'm gonna need you guys to stop. I'm gonna need you guys to stop being dramatic. I'm gonna need you guys to. I guess we all going juicy gossip here and there, so I guess I won't say stop doing that. But I'm gonna need us to stop judging one another on our way of living and respect the way that we live one another. That's all. So, but again, it was my birthday weekend. It's over now. No, I didn't do nothing for my birthday weekend. I wonder how some of us feel about Valentine's Day. I ain't talking to the ones that don't celebrate it, of course, because y'all all over the place with that one. But it's okay because maybe I'm taking it personally because it's my birthday, and just because I celebrate birthday, don't mean everybody celebrate birthdays. And guess what? You have to respect that. You have to respect that. I can't dish you and I can't say you're wrong for that. Whatever your definition of or reasoning might be for that could be a legitimate reason. And people have to respect that. If this sun don't go, I don't know what to say. But yeah, so that's that on that, guys. That's that on that. 5 o'clock is coming up. I want you guys to check out Life Coach Jeff at 5 p.m. on Biggs Radio, guys, and Facebook Live. And that's Jeff Relaford. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. In a couple of minutes, Jeff will be on. So I want you guys to check that out. And check out Biggs Radio for the rest of the evening. Even if you can't check it out right now, just check out Biggs Radio for the rest of the evening because it's popping. It's popping for the rest of the evening till 12 a.m. I believe 2 a.m., to be honest. And so, I mean, just don't sleep, period. And none of us actually should sleep. None of us actually should sleep on nothing. All of us just need to get it together. But I just had to swing through to make sure that you guys can hear me so I can be ready for Thursday. My Thursday's just been so unorganized and all over the place. So I just wanted to say hello. I'm probably going to go live in a minute. I do want to listen to a little music and stuff, but I want you guys to check out Biggs Radio. So, and I'll probably go live a little later, maybe with Carmisha. And again, I just don't want you guys to forget about Real Life Topics Podcast. Period. Don't forget about Real Life Topics Podcast. Don't be sleep to what's about to occur with exclusive interviews on the weekly basis. I'm talking about every week. It's always exclusive. It's no mediocreness interviews on Real Life Topics Podcast. Every person that we interviewed was one of the greatest, the top 10. that have ever done it, from authors to comedians to artists to CEOs, and it's so much more to come. Like, we are so booked for like the next couple of months. It's so much more to come. And then this Thursday coming up, part two of Miss Aisha Collins, because we had technical difficulties last time. If you guys were able to check it out, hopefully you were. But again, it's always two sides to every story. So we want to get in depth with that. So we're definitely going to have part two of Aisha Collins, even if it's not this Thursday coming up. It's definitely going to be coming up, but I believe it's going to be this Thursday coming up. But it doesn't matter, because this Thursday coming up, regardless, you will be watching Real Life Topics podcast live. I just know that you'll be watching Real Life Topics podcast live. So that's it. That's all. Wanted to make you guys aware of that. So many things coming up. Let's see. We got Mr. Maurice Holbert, better known as Reese Money, CEO of Rich Babies Management, coming up soon too. So it's a lot going on for, well, we got a couple of more Thursdays left of February, and then March is full of great things. So just shout out to Real Life Topics podcast audience, and shout out to all the supporters. If you want to sponsor Real Life Topics, please hit us up. If you want that shout out on Real Life Topics podcast, hit us up. I'm just saying, song plays, whatever you need. Let's get with it, guys. Let's get with it. It's Real Life Topics podcast.